What is up? It's the Beer League Hero. Welcome back to What the Puck podcast. Really don't have any topic today. Just gonna, give you my random hockey thoughts. First off, congratulations to the United States for winning gold at the 2026 Olympics. Great hockey from Sweden to Canada to Denmark to Finland, Sweden to America. Great hockey. Oh god, it was so good. I mean, unbelievable hockey. Um, Unfortunately, I didn't see all the games because of the time difference and I work, but I did see the Germany and US game, and I thought that was amazing. It was awesome. So much fun. Um, Started to watch the Americans play. It was at Slovakia, and I was like, oh man, they're crushing them. They're going for the gold medal. But I couldn't believe how good that game was between Canada. And yes, I was rooting for Canada, and I'm an American, but I like Canada. I like the country. I'm not some American hater. I don't have any really political beliefs. I'm looking at the hockey team. I like McDavid. I love McKinnon. I love Crosby. I mean, come on, that team was stacked. I'm not a big Jordan Binnington fan for obvious reasons. 2019, but he stood on his head. That was awesome. That was great hockey. And if you caught my live stream with my daughter, that was fun. We were gonna do the whole game. We did wake up late, and I was like, "Oh, it's gonna be a wicked long stream." So I was like, "Let's just do the last period and see what happens." And that's our full reaction. It was great. I had so much fun with my daughter Ava. So thanks, Ava. You can watch that in 20 years and get a good chuckle out of it. Um, but yeah, great hockey. Colin Hellebuck with that save. Oh my god. I know John Cooper, the coach for the Lightning. He coached Team Canada. He's all pissed off in the news how saying 4-4 sucks and all this bullshit. I don't agree with him. He's just bitter and mad that he lost. Take the L, dude. I personally liked it. I hate the shootout. I hate shootouts. I hated that shootout with TJ Oshie against Russia. And he just kept going. I was like, what the fuck is this? I hated that. That was so tacky and corny. I was like, ugh. Speaking of Russia, I do have a friend. He's a fellow goalie, and he boycotted the Olympics. He boycotted the Four Nations tournament, which I did as well with the Four Nations, but I had to see the Olympics. He's mad that Russia wasn't in the Olympics. And truthfully, if you look at some of those NHL players and who play in the NHL who are Russian, I think you could have had a America, Canada, America, Russia, or Canada, Russia. And so that might have been for a good game. And all politics aside, all the war with Ukraine, it's sad that they're not able to play because you probably won't see Ovechkin in the Olympics ever again. And, you got Pavlovsky, you got so many good Russian players that Malkin you probably never see again in the Olympics. So that's kind of sad. And it is what it is. But overall, the 2026 Olympics men's hockey was amazing. It was so much fun to watch. So good. It was so good. Loved it. Props to Jack Hughes. Takes a stick to the face, that missing all the teeth. Oh, damn. He's a true hockey player. Kind of a bum in the NHL, but I mean, good for that kid. I'm glad he scored. He had a great goal. And of course, the empty net. Missed the empty net on McKenna. I was just like, Nathan McKinnon. I was like, oh, like that sucks. But it is what it is. But yeah. So I don't really have any topics to talk about. I'm snowed in. It's Monday. A huge storm came through Sunday night into Monday. I did a little shoveling, but yeah, so I'm trying to shoot the shit when it comes to hockey and this podcast. I just did that video Thursday, and that was actually a fun skate. I had fun at that skate. Still haven't talked to the owner. Well, the guy that runs the skate. If he's going to rotate me or whatnot. So we'll see. So it's this Thursday, so most likely I'm playing unless otherwise. Besides that, I'm trying to find another skate. There's a skate at Merrimack College. I believe it's either Tuesdays, Wednesdays, maybe Fridays. I really don't want to play a Wednesday skate and have to play a Thursday skate. Same with like I don't want to play a Thursday skate and Friday. I like to split them up. Um, I'm 40 now. I don't look it. Apparently, well, I mean, I need to get my bed cleaned up, but yeah, I'm just trying to find like maybe 2 skates during the week. Wife works weekends, so playing the weekend. I wish I could still play with the guys in Haverhill. I was supposed to a couple Saturdays ago. I actually got off work and I was ready to play, and they had canceled it because it was like a light snowstorm, and nobody wanted to play. It's kind of pissed off. But I think it was before the Super Bowl, so I was a little pissed off about that. Um, and they're having some big tournament with like 5 or 6 teams. Last year, I asked them if I could be one of the goalies up for being drafted, and they said they had enough goalies, which I found out that was a complete bullshit lie, and it was this. This is what I got from one of the owners, well, the guy that runs the skate, I should say, and he says to me, he goes, "Our guys are pretty. You play with them." I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, they're older, they're not the greatest skill, so they're like, "You're a good goalie. You're not gonna be able to score on you," and I'm like, "Really? I can't take that as a compliment, or like you don't want me to play because I'm too quote unquote good." I don't know if I believe that, but whatever. I played with them since, but I've never been in that tournament. Now the North Chelmsford coaches do a tournament, and it's similar. I haven't been asked to play. I don't know if I would. I'm just not that tournament guy. A couple years ago, yeah, maybe before COVID, I was approached by a couple guys in the PBD skate to be in a tournament, and I was just like, no, no thanks. And they're like, "Oh, why not?" And I'm like, that's just not me. I'm just not. I don't know. I'm not someone that wants to play in a tournament. Spend like 2 days, like every like 2 hours, gonna go play. I'm like, it doesn't work for me anymore. When I was a kid, I used to do it a lot. As a kid, oh yeah, you play a game at 6 a.m., you play a game at 8 a.m., and then by 1 o'clock you're going home. And depending on what the results were, Sunday you come back to the rink and you do at least 1 or 2 games. And I did that for years. And it takes up a lot of time and effort. And I got a family now. I got a kid. I got a kid, and my wife, and I want to be around them. So I haven't been approached. It's weird because I feel like I'd offend them if I said no, but at the same time, I don't want to do it. So I'm just not a tournament guy. Yeah, 40 years old. I prefer to play pickup. I mean, I'm on Puck Luck, which I'm yet to sub in for so far this season. It's all good. One of the players skates with us on Thursday. He's on Puck Luck, and we kind of struck up a friendship. And he's a pretty good guy. He wanted me to play out, and I'm like, I don't have enough gear to play out, and I had to be like, yeah, nah. And then I ended up playing in another skate, and I didn't go pro it, but I ended up playing a local skate, and I was just like, yeah, no, I can't skate out. I don't think I'd ever play as a player. No, I mean, I want to coach, and that's why I got the gloves, the helmet, the stick, and skates. I don't want to play as a player, especially in league. I feel like I'd break my ankle or something, and you know, I save my ankles and everything for being a goalie. So there's that. And on the topic of coaching, I would love to coach. Oh my god, I think it would be so much fun, and it would be like rewarded. But I think I've talked about this before. And one of my biggest fears about coaching is having some like 9-year-old punk tell me like, "You suck." I didn't see that on. I saw something else on YouTube. Like I would just grab the kid and just want to like strangle him. um, but I've actually gone to skates. I played with Melrose coaches. I played with North Andover coaches, and I played now with Chelmsford coaches. And I see how they treat their players, and it's very It's very Disney. They're like the nicest people. When I was playing back in the '90s, early '90s, it was It was like boot camp, and they screamed at you, they yelled at you, they punished you. They were not they were, you know, they were good to you. They weren't mean to you, but they definitely expected a lot from you. And this is just youth hockey. This isn't like, the Soviets or this ain't getting ready for the NHL. I mean, they treated us like we were getting ready for the NHL. And it was just crazy growing up. And I just look at it. I went to the Melrose game, I think it was last year, and I watched these coaches and I'm like, that's how you guys do it? Like, you just get on the ice and throw the pucks and just skate around. And there's really not too many drills. They do drills, but it's very relaxed, laid back, like high fives, good job, buddy. There's no screaming, yelling, throwing the stick across the ice. And I couldn't believe they just handed the pucks out. They used to do that. We'd have like an hour skate, and basically it was just skating for like 20, 25 minutes, maybe half an hour. And then it was light drills. And then like the last like 10, 15 minutes of the skate was like a, scrimmage. But for me, they would just take us in a corner and they just launch pucks at you. That's all it was just launching pucks. I'll never forget that. And I had some good goalie coaches. They were, kids I went to school with, dads. I forget that. Coach Delicia, Coach Mason. Was that him? He kind of looked like Tom Hanks, and he was balding, and he was the one that told me you do the belly button trick. If anyone knows what the belly button trick is, it's very old school goalie technique, and basically you want to stick your belly button at the puck and the shooter. That's how you basically stay square. And I don't even know if they still teach that, but that's kind of like the basic way of goaltending. That was what I learned. And to always keep your glove up. I remember they would shoot it high, so they want me to keep the glove up. And no knock to McNally. McNally's crease, but this dude holds his glove like this, and then I think that's why he does. He wants to be cool on the highlight reel, on the windmill. That's why he does it. I'm thinking, like, if I were to hold my glove like that and make a catch, like, I would say maybe 2-3 years. Have fun with rotator cuff surgery, because it's coming. Keep your glove up. That's. I actually have a video. I don't know if people don't even. I have nobody watches me. I don't care. I don't really care. I do this for me. But I have a video when I was at the Billy Jaffe camp, which I got hurt. I only went for one day. I got hurt. And Raycraft, Andrew Raycroft, I'm sorry. Oh, geez. They call him Razor. He was telling me, he's like, dude, he's like, Tuukka Rask taught me to keep it simple. Carey Price, same thing. Keep it simple. And he was telling me to like fall into it. So when they shoot, instead of letting he says to fall into it. And I've used that. And it's a funny video because this is a funny story. I think I might have talked about it. So the Billy Jaffe camp, it was being delayed to get on the ice. So, and there's sponsors there. There's everything. There's the Spark skate sharpener. There's people demoing different sticks, all this shit, right? So, I mean, me being me, I'm kind of just sitting there and I'm, whatever. And the goalies had their own room, and there was goalie next to me. There was this Muslim goalie named Muhammad, but they called him Mo. There was another goalie, kind of heavy set, older guy. So it's the four of us. And Muhammad's friend keeps walking in and out. And I'm just like, and he's kind of like taking up the space, and he's just, they were young kids, I'm just like, all right, dude. So they come in and they're like, oh yeah, we're being delayed for like another like 25, maybe 35 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck? So I go out there, I'm just looking around, and they have this like cooler, like stand cooler. It was like old Pepsi coolers. We reached in, they're like, right, looked like a trash can, and it was Wormhead. It was an IPA, and I think I drank like 4 of them to my face. I wasn't shit-faced. I wasn't after obnoxious. I could still play, but I was sitting down, and they're like, okay, we're gonna get up and go on the ice now. And I stand out, I'm like, whoa, we're gonna let a head rush. And I was like, oh shit, probably should have drank 4 fucking IPAs to my face. So we go out there, we're skating and all this shit, and then that's when Raycroft was like trying to explain to me, and I think he's like looking at me like I'm a moron, but you know, he could tell like you seem like a nice guy. So Raycroft is like, I'm like, I go up to him, I go, dude, I go, pardon me, I go, you know, I appreciate you teaching me, but I go, it's kind of going in one ear and out the other. He starts laughing. I go, I'm just a barely goalie, man. I go, my time to be in the pros is long gone. And he just starts laughing his ass off. I go, by the way, I drank like 4 IPAs before I got on the ice because we were waiting. And he's just like, dude, you're a fucking legend. It's all on that video. I think it's the Billy Jaffe Warrior Camp, but I'll never forget that. It was so funny. And I'm just like, dude, like, sorry. But he was like, nah, you at least you're real. At least you're honest. So, you know, good story. That was fun. And then I took a puck to the knee. Yep. I just came down and I think my knee guards just slipped down a little bit, and I took a puck right at like the top of the knee, not so much the front, but right at the top. And man, I could not fucking walk. And I work for the Postal Service. So when I get to my route the next day and it's like 93 degrees outside, I'm starting to walk. And once I finish part of my route, I look down and my knee is just fucking this big. I'm like, oh fuck. So I had to cancel and drop. Never got my money back, but you know, it's all good. I mean, those camps, I don't know if he does it anymore. First of all, very expensive. It basically was just what I grew up with. Youth hockey, you know, an ordinary it wasn't a fantasy camp. It was an ordinary, you know, practice. That's all it was. And it was cool though. I got to rub elbows with Chris Wagner, other professional players, some you know, NCAA, I think Vermont, BU, BC coaches. So it was cool. But you know, yeah. So, geez. I just picked this up actually. I got 2 of these off of eBay. The True water bottles. Wicked nice. I can't find the Gatorade ones I used to have. And the Gatorade ones I found, after a while, they just start to leak. So leave it on top of your net, and he kind of dips down in the net, and then it just leaks out. So you go to go water, and you're like, why do I only have this much water left? So yeah, these are nice. I know I don't have much True Gear. I only have the 2 sticks. The Jeremy Swayman stick, yeah. Which I think that stick was at like $250 at one point. And then he started to suck. I think this was like 2 years ago. Yeah, because I got it for my 39th birthday. Yeah, so like a year and a half ago. So yeah, he wasn't doing too good. So they slashed the stick down to $99. I was like, shit, happy birthday to me. So yeah, I just trying to think what other hockey talk we can talk about. I mean, you know what? I was doing a Peabody skate on Tuesdays. It was early, like 7:05, 7:15. And that was when I got injured at work, hurt my left arm. I was lifting something, I put it down, I pick it back up, and then moved it again. And I just heard this like not popping sound, but the arm. And I was like, no. I kept playing, I kept working. And then like my arm, you know, shoulder, arm, forearm, and then like my thumb, my index finger was all going numb. I'm like, yeah, this isn't good. Went to urgent care, got checked out, went to a specialist, ortho, really good doctor. And he was like, dude, it's the summertime. Stop playing hockey. Season's over. So I was like, all right, whatever. Gave me some steroids, some muscle relaxers. I was fine. But I had told the skate, I was like, hey, I'm going to be out for 4 weeks. I got injured at work. Oh, okay. So when I was done, I was like, hey, can I come back? You know, I'm ready to play. They're like, yeah, we got another goalie. I'm like, oh, okay. I see how it is. So I don't know what they're going to reach out to me and ask me to play. I would. It's an early skate, though. But it's nice to go. It's like April to like September. A lot of young kids, a lot of fast college kids. But it's good. They're nice kids, nice people. Yeah, the PB skate. I skated with them before, but I'm trying to play local, considering I I get offers to play over in Boston a lot. Charlestown, Union Street. What's the other one? Cleveland Circle and Brighton. Um, what's the one over in Warrior, where the Bruins practice? Get a lot of that, but I can't be driving 45 minutes at 10:30 at night, to play a game. So I just gotta play local, and it's hard because where I live in Haverhill, Massachusetts, there's two fucking rinks. There's the high school rink, and then there's one on Ward Hill. And I'm like, there's gotta be more pickup skates than just the one on Sunday, but I still can't find anything. I know there's a women's league at the high school during the week, and then the Haverhill Thunder, the youth hockey's team, they played there. So I'm trying to figure out where to play and where to, what's local. So I think there's the Andover coaches play at on Friday in Lawrence, next town over, which is, honestly, like maybe a 10-minute drive. So I haven't approached them. I know there's one at Merrimack. I believe I was supposed to play with them, but there was a snowstorm, and they didn't cancel it. But I'm like, I can't get there. It's a snowstorm, and I don't think they're happy about that. That was like a year ago, so I don't know why they'd hold grudges. But I haven't approached them to see if they need me to play. But definitely looking to stay local. I like playing around here, what we call the Valley. It's a nice area, and hockey's somewhat kind of bigger around here. It's not too big like football and soccer and all that, but it's definitely a good hockey community. So I want to keep staying around here and playing around here. So just checking something real quick. I don't know why it does that. But anyways, let the shit you see on the internet when it comes to hockey stuff, it's just unbelievable. I just saw this one video. I'm speechless. It's Donald Trump posted it, and all politics aside, it's an AI video of Trump beating up Canada and skating alongside Canada and winning the gold. I'm like, it's so fucking funny. I'm trying not to. I don't know. I can't really explain it. But anyways. Yeah, I some of the shit you say. I see Haverhill won last night. They won in overtime, the state tournament. They beat SVF. I don't know what that is. They beat them in an overtime in the Haverhill. So good bet. Congrats. Awesome. Cheers to that. One other thing I've been doing too is I have no room. I don't know if anyone watches my videos. My goalie room, it's a short. I actually have this like bar top. It's awesome. I love it. I use this to videotape everything and do all my podcasts and whatnot. But takes up a lot of real estate. And then I got stuff on my walls and stuff. I like no wall space. So I had to remove some of my bags and put them downstairs and sell them. Get special bags. Make sure it doesn't get moldy and nasty. But I only got 1, 2, 3, 4 of my setups. I got my jerseys, my goalie jerseys, all the other jerseys to put away. And I got my bag with the miscellaneous, extra water bottle, cup, all that shit. And I got my sticks, obviously. Behind me is like the old Haverhill. Um, that's the old Haverhill youth hockey, which now it's become. If you can see it, it's been the one right behind me. That's the Thunder. So it's Pentucket and Haverhill now. They combined it. So yeah, I mean, it's funny because when we went to Hockey Hall of Fame, my wife like sees my goalie room and she's always like, "Geez, like this is like a slice of hockey um, Hall of Fame." I'm like, yeah, but it is what it is, right? I love it. This is my man cave, my goalie room. I love it. It's just it's funny because one of the windows it won't close. There's this little gap, so it gets so cold in here. And there is a heater in here, but it's electric. I don't think it worked. It never worked. So it's funny because I'm like, you know what? I kind of like it cold in here because it kind of mimics a locker room. So yeah, I'm a January baby. I can handle the cold. Yeah. So yeah, I got to find more things to talk about. The thing is, and I've said this before in the podcast, it's like with hockey, there's so much drama. Like ever since I've been playing hockey since I was a kid, there's always been some level of drama. So I feel like a lot of my stories could be or podcasts are negative, and I just want people to think I'm negative, which I can be, and but that's just how hockey is kind of jinxed me with the drama. And to this day, as a 40-year-old who still plays beer league, there's still some level of drama. So I mean, it is what it is, right? What are you gonna do? That's life. It's how you deal with it. But yeah. And as far as the podcast, I'm trying to get more people on, I'm trying to schedule it. It's just hard with a 2-year-old work like 12-hour days. And I only play once a week. And it's just one of these things where um really have no time. And or my schedule doesn't link up with another person's schedule. And it just doesn't happen. So and what, I blame myself too, because I don't do enough like advertising. I don't do enough word of mouth. Like I'm not one of these guys that just walks into the locker room. It's like, hey everybody, check me on YouTube. Like, no, 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 that's not me. That's not me. I'm actually pretty quiet, stay to myself. The thing is, when people do find me on YouTube or see my videos, and they're like, "Hey, I saw your video. That was a good video." I'm very like, "Thank you." Wow, like you watch it. I appreciate that. And, I always it keeps me guessing because you get a certain amount of comments. You get like the same people commenting, which is fine. Um, but the views go up, and you're like, "Who's watching me? Who's viewing me on the other side of the screen?" And I think there is a way to check it, but I have no idea. And it leaves me guessing, and I actually kind of like that. It's like, did somebody just stumble upon me? Did X, Y, and Z watch it? Um, you know, so I don't know. I don't know. It's pretty. It's one mystery that I can't answer, but it's still pretty cool. So yeah, I totally forgot you can live stream on YouTube, which I kind of liked. I like that. So I don't know if I would live stream a podcast because I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, it's just one of those things where fucking stupid. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just rambling. This is a long podcast. Appreciate everyone listening. I'm trying to think. I'm kind of like stumped. I got to go back out and shovel some more and got to put up with the daughter and all that fun stuff. But I just, I keep playing. I'm not too, you know, um, I'm not really too concerned right at the moment. Where else where I can play? I mean, I would like to find an skate, like I said before, but it's kind of hard to at this point. I think right now it's kind of that everything's full. Nobody really needs a goalie, but come the summertime, springtime, I think might change. I know they want me to sub in March 15th, but puck luck, but I don't know. It's a Sunday, so we'll see what happens. But I appreciate everyone listening. I know it's not real. This podcast is just like random stuff at you, just random hockey thoughts, and I appreciate everyone listening. As always, just thank you, and as always, cheers.
Buddy.